Good morning, Metstrade. So nice to see you again. It's a vibrant day at Metstrade again, and it's the last day of the exhibition. I am Pernille La Lau, and I'm your Master of Ceremony. So happy to meet you all again. And next to me here is the Director of Metstrade, Niels Klarenbeek. How are you?
I am doing very fine. How are you?
I'm great. I'm looking forward to a bubbling day in Metstrade TV studio. What about yesterday? What was your personal experience?
Yesterday it was also the second day was filled with people. We were very satisfied with the turnout, and it all worked. Our press room, we had 92 different journalists from all over the world, so there's going to be pretty much coverage for Metstrade. The VIP room was filled. We had a very nice day, and most of all, the exhibitors are very satisfied.
I heard also yesterday, of course, was the Boat Builder show. How was that?
Yeah, the Boat Builder Awards, which we produced together with IBI. It was a very nice evening. They are used to having that in the Maritime Museum, but now we did it here at the Rice Center. It was a fabulous evening, and congratulations to all winners.
This afternoon we will be showing what was it like, this Boat Builder Awards afternoon. So that will be also on Metstrade TV. What about your highlights for today? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, today at your show at Metstrade TV, the entire day is themed to the superyacht industry. So there will be plenty of programs and items focused on the superyacht market. The team is very much focused on meeting with our exhibitors. Many of them are already requesting for next year's edition. So we will be in intense dialogue with many exhibitors. And yeah, it's a shame there's just one day left, but look forward to today.
Thank you so much, Niels. Really nice to have you this morning. I wish you a great day, of course. Here at Metstrade, we will start now with Metstrade TV, and I'm looking very much forward to see you during the whole day. But let's first have a look at the recap of yesterday's Metstrade show.
All right, this morning the marine leisure industry woke up in Amsterdam and flooded into the Rye for Metstrade Day 2. Let's go and have a look what's going on.
It's been a fantastic show. Incredibly busy. It's nice to look people in the face. It's been fantastic.
It's amazing. Like, it's our first big marine show that we're at, so it's really great. We're meeting a lot of people.
Well, this is the best place to be. The place where you meet the people from the industry.
Industry is still very much alive, and it's absolutely booming, and we want to be part of that journey, and you need to be here to be part of that journey.
No, it's nice to catch up again in person, yeah.
It's totally worth coming, no question about it.
Definitely coming back next year for sure.
Hello everyone, good morning to you. Once again we welcome you from our studio at Metstrade 2021. We just saw the recap of the second show day, and what a day it was. Today we have a brand new comprehensive program with key insights, latest trends and developments in the leisure marine industry straight from the show floor at Metstrade. Today we will talk about what should the superyacht industry look like in 2030. And this morning I'm joined by two guests, my co-host Martin Redmayne, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief at the Superyacht Group, and Farouk Nefsi, Chief Marketing Officer at Fatship. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Nice to see you, Pernille.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks for having us.
What do you think about the studio?
Beautiful setup.
I think it's a greenhouse. I like it. I'm growing in here. I love it. I love it.
It gives you a certain warmth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In all the ways.
It's environmentally friendly, I'm sure, as well.
And it's embracing you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a good thing to have a hybrid solution for an event like this.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is on top. We were producing 18 TV shows in 3 days of Metstrade, which is lovely because we have had so many insights and experts here on the show talking to us about sustainability and what is all to be expected for the marine leisure industry.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, what about you? What was Metstrade like for you so far, Martin?
I walked in this morning, I arrived here, and that's what I've seen. So I can't really comment yet, but I will do. Today I'll comment later on about Metstrade. So apologies.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But you were at the boating awards yesterday.
Nope, I was at the Superyacht Forum. That's what I've done in the last 3 days. So
and what was that
I'm
like?
Focused. But I'll tell you what, Super Yacht was great. It was lovely to be back.
Yeah.
I've missed it. 2 years ago we were here, 850 people then. We're down to 500 in 2021. It was great. Everyone loved it.
Yeah, and what is the most important thing that you would like to highlight from that forum?
Okay. Pernille, we had a Super Yacht 2030 sort of vision. We have a very big responsibility to show the world what super yachting can do in terms of sustainability, energy efficiency, reducing waste, all the positives, rather than being seen just as a billionaire's playground. It's got to be a worldwide leading innovation world, which is why the link with Metstrade works so well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I believe that definitely. And for about you, it's also very interesting. Not everybody will know that 17 years ago you were actually the director of Metstrade.
Yes.
After which you have been succeeding in a fantastic career in super yachting. So what is your outlook now so far on Metstrade, knowing it so well from the past?
Well, Metstrade, for me, it's the most efficient and one of the best shows in the world. Especially all the different trades are coming together like this.
The best show.
The best show. Sorry, Martin. I'm trying to be modest. You know, but it's absolutely the highlight of the year when all the technologies come together like this, and it's really showcasing from a very transparent point of view what the latest developments are, and I think it's thrilling. And it's good to be back like this, especially in these days.
Yeah, but when you just hear Martin speaking about the enormous challenges and actually putting super yachting in a positive way, what's your outlook on that? What's your vision?
Yeah, well, we are living in a very interesting era because so much is coming together right now. The industry is thriving in terms of great innovation is being put in place. I think we are taking up on a lot of sense of responsibility, and not only on the topic of delivering the green solution, if you will, because propulsion systems, emission rates, and so on are part of the move that we're seeing happening right now. Along with that comes also a sense of responsibility in terms of corporate social responsibility throughout the whole supply chain, meaning delivering the right innovation for green solutions, but also how transparent are we as an industry? What is the role that we are going to take up on us the next era to really find solutions of keeping the oceans clean and trying to be, in that sense, the helping hand for the global challenge that we have.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's interesting because I've heard you just mentioning about transparency. You're the first one mentioning it. That actually, what about that in the industry? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yes, of course. What you see is that this industry was always stigmatized for its experiential value. It's all about the beauty of designs and the beauty of this industry. And it's the rich man's toy. That's basically the big stigma. But at the same time, you see that many companies are investing heavily in the transition towards hybrid, hydrogen technology, fuel cell technology, and so on and so on. Next to that, you see, take for instance the Seakeeper Society, whereby scientists are coming on board to really do scientific research in the polar regions. So all of that is adding to the element of purpose. And that's what I mean, that is basically the big change. By changing our narrative from moving to just being a beautiful industry, and
which
look how
are,
beautiful, and we are, definitely we are.
You can be proud
and we need to keep on focusing at that also, because at the moment we are really doing well in this industry. But to shift the narrative also to being a little more purpose-driven, which we are at the moment, we are moving towards that direction. And we're being also triggered by the people that are willing to really invest in that move.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean with transparency, showing that, and not only trying to be too shy and to be too much in the shadows, if you will, and not talking about this.
Yeah. Interesting. What would you say, Martin, would be the purpose of the super yacht industry in 2030?
Pernille, there's a very important topic. And Farouk and I talk about it all the time. Between now and 2030, there'll be a massive transition of wealth to a new generation.
Yes.
So you've got the billionaire category today. They will have a whole next generation either absorbing, inheriting, etc., or making money. They have a different attitude to ostentatious living, luxury, etc. So therefore, they have to wake up. We have to wake up, and serve their needs. So I feel we're going to a market whereby every project we deliver has to have something that is tangible and, as Farouk says, transparent, so they can understand what they're getting into. This is not about the most expensive toy on the planet, as it used to be. How much money can you spend on...
And the speed, of course.
Well, there's all speed is basically, it's a very bizarre topic, speed, because people can put as much power as they want and go as fast as they want. But we're talking now efficiency. Efficiency in terms of engineering, design, naval architecture. These things are fundamental now. Why waste fuel if you know you can go in a smarter way and drive a boat more efficiently?
Yeah.
So much energy is wasted. And therefore, this is where I think the Metstrade relationship with the future is innovation, engineering, thinking, and changing the script.
Yeah.
We're no longer about designing big, fat boats. We're about designing sleek, cool, efficient boats. And that should be the future. Lean machines,
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
In the way that it's not Teslas of the market, it's just really dialing down that excess.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, can
No,
I
go ahead.
add
Yeah,
to
sure.
that?
I'll be
So
happy.
the underlying movement in that, the underlying revolution, if you could say, is actually those millennials and Z generations. They absorb information differently.
Yeah.
I call them the digital natives.
Yeah.
Which means that they have, they play game computers all day. They have a very quick pattern of thinking. They make choices. They made us all buy online, but that is one part of the whole narrative. But on the other side, it's all about conscious consumerism. So, and that's what I mean actually with transparency. There is no space anymore for greenwashing. People that are not telling an honest story and not telling it how it is exactly will not exist in the near future. It's as simple as that. If you are now going to buy a new yacht and you're not putting the topic on table of having alternatives for conventional propulsion, then you will have a very big problem with your resale value in the very near future.
Yeah, of course, that's a lot.
Which is simply a given.
Yeah.
So this generation is making us change more rapidly than ever before.
Okay, will it also really happen? Because the conversations that we have had so far on Metstrade TV, everybody has been actually really transparent, also in not going into the greenwashing of stories and of products, but also saying it's a bit of a conservative industry.
Yes.
We have to change our mindsets, but there's also many who don't feel the need really because they're doing fine.
Yes.
If they don't, they will die. That's my view.
Yeah.
The market is moving very fast. The global markets are moving very fast. Automotive, architecture, shipping, aviation, they're way ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yachting is very conservative, I agree. But there's, let's say, trailblazers like Fedship and other major players that are really showing the way. If you take things like teak decks, right, teak is a real problem in the future.
Yeah.
Paint, major problem because
composites.
Young people, like we're talking about, these millennials, if they understand the chemical composition of paint and what it does in terms of, let's say, the ablative nature of that going into the sea,
the
pollution element,
yes.
that suddenly becomes a stigma. So we have to make sure we all wake up and say by 2030 we have to focus on that key topic. Cleaner, smarter, greener.
Is that a real demand that you see everywhere? I mean, I've heard Sarah Angel of ICOMIA saying and stating that the demand in the US, for example, on sustainable yachts is not that strong yet, for example. It's much more, nice.
Listen,
you keep on seeing friends.
Hello. I
Yes.
apologize. But
no, I like that.
Listen, the fact is that what you just quoted Sarah, that's very naive to say that.
Why?
Because the automotive industry didn't have people with cars saying, I want an electric car. They made a decision to move that market into the right direction. We have to do the same.
Yeah, so you're actually saying it's
our
going to happen.
responsibility.
Yeah, you're right. And anyhow, it's going to happen. I mean, the first mobile phone, we never thought we were going to use it. By the end, we're all laughing it off, of course. But I mean, yeah?
Yeah, well, the thing is that I think it's very stigmatizing to frame it that way. And I'm sorry to say so, because yes, we already have a fleet out there that is simply conventional and was built upon and it's the visible part that you see. If you look at all the new deliveries that are being made, there are some very, very big highlights there. We already, for a few years now, we're delivering hybrid yachts. And yes, the first one was very difficult to sell, but then the second, the third, and the fourth were absolutely a talking point.
Yeah.
And you see that now, that it's simply part of the discussion with each and every new potential buyer.
Yeah.
So we're only delivering what in the superyacht industry around 150, 140 per year. So the numbers are growing. So the market share of those 150 being more sustainable is simply growing. And that is the big change that we're already seeing happening. And in the next few years, you will see way bigger innovations coming out of the sheds than we have ever had before. So yes, the change is really happening as we speak.
So it's just a fact of stepping in right now, even when you feel that you are maybe at a moment of a bit more silence, even if maybe the demand is not there yet for you in certain parts of the world, it will be there. So better get prepared. Get your strategic alliances ready and take care that you can deliver the right product. Huh?
Yeah,
yes.
No, I think what's interesting is that what I'm very focused on, what we talked about in the Amsterdam Superyacht Forum, is we have a responsibility.
You do, yeah.
And Farouk used the word revolution. It's like we have a fleet of 5,000 plus yachts out there that are burning fossil fuels, that are diesel engine powered, etc., etc. They are soon going to be obsolete, because there'll be places in the world based on regulation where they cannot cruise.
Exactly. Yeah.
That will change the mindset of the client. Why do I have this boat if I can't go into my favorite anchorage?
Exactly.
That's why they have to make the transition. The second phase is the market ready to upgrade to new technologies on the existing fleet? Because that's a massive opportunity.
It is.
To rebuild, refit, upgrade, etc. That's where our real long-term commercial opportunity is. To show people what you can do, because these guys are doing it. Fedship are doing it already. And the rest of the market has to wake up. We can't keep selling two big fat diesel engines in a GRP or a steel hull. We have to be smart. And that, to me, is where you wake up, guys. It's there. We can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But there's a conservatism saying, oh, we don't want to change it because it's too hard. It changes our business model in terms of how we organize our shipyards. So let's sort of blank canvas, how smart can we be?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do it.
And that responsibility at the same time, I do have to say, the bigger scheme of life, if you look at the bigger context that we're living in, all the other industry, the bigger maritime industry, the aviation, the automotive, and so on, yachting is a very, very small fraction of that that is participating in this pollution discussion. We are such a small industry, but we do feel the responsibility. We're not going to make that big of a difference, but we can lead the way by bringing up proper innovation that is going to be used and hopefully embraced by other industries. And that's basically the big change that we can be part of. Next to that, I have to say, we are I think one of the few, if not the only industry, without clean oceans, there is simply no yachting. Without a healthy marine life, there is no yachting. It's a matter of existence also.
Yeah, true.
So not only propulsion, but the whole, the whole experiential part around it, the innovation, everything all together needs to play a big role in not only be emission free, but also making sure we have the right data, we clean also, we deliver more than purpose in that industry. I think that's the big plea that we have, and not be too shy about it to mention it.
Yeah, it's all given, but it's very nice to hear your enthusiasm. Yeah,
Can I ask one more thing?
Yeah, sure, you can.
What Farouk has just said there, which is we are an industry with billionaires investing hundreds of millions of euros into a yacht, right? 100, 150, 200 million plus in some cases. If you take the context of Formula One, billionaires invest in Formula One to innovate, to change industries into automotive. That is our opportunity. What Sarah says about people are not really into it, but we need to inspire the current and the next generation billionaire to say, invest in yachting and show what can be done in terms of green tech or energy efficiency or all these new cool solutions. Because Bill Gates quoted recently that more billionaires will be made out of green technology than anything else in the next 10 years. So we have to inspire them.
Definitely. Well, that's also actually what Sarah definitely said. I mean, she just felt,
I love Sarah.
She just felt that the demand is not really there yet, but
well,
she realizes that it will be, definitely.
Electric cars appeared, and 10 years later,
exactly.
It's dominating really in a way.
That's the thing.
In terms of a topic,
What I really enjoy is both your enormous, vibrant energy, and I feel you really feel to step into this and to get into the challenge and to make it happen.
Yeah,
This is all an act. It's not real.
Well, it's an exciting industry.
It is, huh?
And why I feel so passionate about it, and the same with Martin, we're always so stigmatized. If you take any other industry, take the art industry, which is a beautiful industry, but our type of clients could also buy a painting of 200 million and it's hanging there. What they do instead, they buy these beautiful objects of desire that we're making. That translates into employment, that translates into innovation, and it's a life cycle, it's a full life cycle of yachts, all having innovation and employment because there's always work around those yachts for their whole lifetime, and they don't disappear. Can you imagine what that means? And the level of innovation coming along with that, because people are so passionate about it to really put in that, is going to translate into other industries. What other industry does have that?
Yeah, that's a great way of also showing the story in another transparent way.
Yes.
Definitely.
No, but that's the point. The story Farouk just mentioned is that this economic impact story. That's a big topic. The other topic is that people think yachts are this wonderful, expensive toy that's almost a tax dodge, right? Let's call it a tax dodge. Or there's avoidance in some cases. I'll use the word carefully. No one ever makes money out of yachting in terms of the owner, the person who buys the yacht. They invest in a lifestyle and innovation. This has to be part of the storyboard too. The storytelling we have to do now is about how positive we are. We need to lose this stigma that yachts are for the have-yachts and have-nots. That whole rhetoric. The other thing I was going to say to you, Pernille, is that the wider media need to wake up and realize what yachting is all about. Because they're the ones who add this stigma. They say yachting is about billionaire toys and tax avoidance or evasion, whatever. It's just, we are not a negative industry. We do so many cool things. And those stories need to be told better.
Well, we're busy doing that. We just did
it
today.
That's the plan.
I thank you, gentlemen. This was really nice to hear you and to share with you your visions on 2030. We'll meet again, definitely. We got interesting insights from these two leaders in the world of market intelligence and media. It was already the last Good Day Metstrade of 2021. At 11:30 Dutch time, we are back here on Metstrade Connect with Dame Dynamics. Thank you for watching and see you soon.
Bye.